For the next 5 minutes, we're going to be looking at WebChartMD, one of the easiest to use web-based clinical document management tools available today. Let's start with capturing voice. WebChartMD is compatible with any of the Olympus DS or Philips digital pocket memo recorders, including the SpeechMic. To upload files from a handheld recorder, providers or their support staff click on the File Upload icon on their desktop and log into the upload application. When they do, the software scans the recorder to find out how many audio files are on the recorder and which provider the recorder belongs to. It then reports that information back on screen as we're seeing here. If these are my files and I'm Dr. Arnold, I just press yes to upload the files. If I picked up Dr. Arnold's recorder by mistake, I can press no and choose my name from a drop-down of other clinicians. I can back my files up locally, and my setting is saved for the next time I log in, and I can even drill down in the Options button to the files to mark items as stat prior to uploading. So I'm ready to upload. I press yes, and my files upload. It's that easy. Now let's take a look at where those files went. When I come out to the WebChartMD website, I log in, and when I do, I'm brought into my online account. WebChartMD was designed to look like and act like an email application in that folders are to the left and the documents that can be double-clicked to open like an email are to the right. So when I click on Dr. Arnold's tab, I see a series of folders. The pending folder shows me all incoming audio files that are waiting to be transcribed. As they're transcribed, they leave the pending folder and travel with the completed document into the inbox, and that's what we're looking at now. The dots to the left help the staff and providers keep track of what's already been opened or viewed, what's been printed, and what's been faxed. So there are two typical workflows at a practice, one where providers want to work from hard copy and one where they want to work electronically, an e-sign. For providers that prefer to work from hard copy, support staff come in to the provider's inbox, highlight the documents to be printed, and hit the print button. Providers review the notes, make marks, and perhaps on this particular document there's a change to be made. I double-click on the row, the document opens, and if I have the necessary permission, I can make the permission and save and close, and I'm done. As you can see, we're working in a Word environment, so there's no new application for the providers or support staff to learn. They're just working in Word. So I'll save and close Word like I normally do, and I can reprint that document. If the change was something I couldn't make myself, and I needed our transcription resource to help, I can reject the document back to the transcriptionist with comments. I hit the Submit button to the far right, and that note leaves my inbox and travels back to the transcriptionist who makes the necessary correction and resubmits it back to my inbox. After the notes have been signed off on, put in chart, and basically are done, I can then finalize them to move them out of the inbox. And to finalize, I just highlight the rows in question, hit the Finalize button, and move them out of the inbox and send them over to the final folder. When I do that, a couple of helpful workflow triggers occur. First of all, the notes have moved out of my inbox, so I have an immediate knowledge of what's in my inbox that needs to be processed. Notes can also auto-print upon being finalized to any designated printer at any location. They can also auto-fax to any primary recipient and or CC'd recipients. And then lastly, upon being finalized, the notes can be interfaced into the EMR if that's the required trigger. The other workflow is where providers want to electronically review their notes online. And in that workflow, providers can highlight as many documents as they'd like, press the Open button, and documents open and display on screen. You can see how fast it is. In those last few seconds, I opened up 7 documents, and at this point the provider can review the notes and work their way down through the stack. If they see something that needs to be corrected, they can make the change as they go and just hit the X to close that Word window and save the change, and I'm taken to my next document in the stack. When I get to the bottom of my stack, everything that I just reviewed remains highlighted, and now I just punch the e-sign button. And when I do, the same triggers are triggered as with finalizing. Documents can be auto-faxed, auto-printed, they move to the final folder, and they can interface at that point into the EMR. Once they're in the final folder, they're there forever. So weeks or months from now, if I'm looking for a document, I can press the search button in the toolbar and search on any of these search criteria. And when I do, everything that's been transcribed for me that matches that search criteria since I began using the system all pull up and present on screen. So while WebChartMD isn't a full-blown EMR, it has many EMR-like features such as a permanent document repository, e-signing, auto-faxing, auto-printing, and searching. Also, every note has 2 different audit trails associated with it. The document history audit trail shows me every prior version of the document, so that if I ever need to go back and see who made edits to the document and what edits were made, I'm able to double-click on any of the rows in the document history audit trail to pull up the note as it looked at that point in time. The other audit trail is the comprehensive audit trail, showing me anything that anyone has done to the document since the document was delivered. That's a very brief overview of the system. If you'd like to see the entire WebChartMD demo, contact us at 877-858-6677, extension 1 for sales, or sales@webchartmd.com. Find out for yourself why WebChartMD is being called one of the easiest to use web-based clinical document management tools available today.